Spoilers released by ITV for next week's Emmerdale show that Ethan Anderson is the victim of a hit-and-run and there are 3 possible perpetrators. Emmerdale star wiII, who plays Caleb Milligan in the ITV soap, has opened up about retribution in the aftermath of the horror crash which has left his son Nicky fighting for his life. Now aware that the crash was the fault of Ethan Anderson, tensions have been running high in the village, and speaking exclusively to express.co.uk and other press will assured that there would be repercussions. Admitting that they want revenge, he acknowledged that Ruby is more impulsive than Caleb is. However, when Ethan is the victim of a hit-and-run, he says she isn't necessarily responsible. "I mean, it could easily be Caleb or even Kane as well," he teased. "I mean, he's kind of got form for stuff like that where they, the Dingles, will kind of look for some kind of retribution. I think in this instance, in terms of motivation for Caleb, it's all there right in front of him, what has happened. There are no grey areas at all with it, it's like he's in the wrong, this guy, Ethan. So I think either of us, Ruby or Caleb, could have done it, or any of the 3 of us. It's totally motivated. Viewers will have to tune in next week to find out if Ethan survives, and who the driver is." His remarks came as official spoilers for ITV's show that Ruby becomes incredibly distressed when Caleb tells her they can't bring Nicky out of his coma just yet. This only adds to tensions as Caleb is furious Ethan is seemingly fine whilst his son remains on life support. Kane, Caleb and Ruby are all murderous when they spot Ethan in the village later on and are desperate that he should pay for what he has done. The next day, Ethan's father Charles is concerned when he fails to show up to Main Street for the village fete. Unbeknownst to him, Ethan's bloodied and bruised body lies in the middle of the road after a deliberate hit-and-run as a car screeches away from the scene. As the fete takes place, the villagers are alarmed when a battered Ethan limps into view before he collapses on the street. To everyone's relief, he comes round, but claims he didn't see his attacker, while the 3 most likely suspects teased by will watch from a distance. While Nicky remains in a critical condition, Will admits recent events have brought Caleb and Ruby closer together. "I think we've seen a lot of the tempestuous side of the relationship, and then hopefully, I don't know this, but hopefully we see it more, why we're together today and why it works for us. I mean, you do see a little bit of that, why we that kind of codependency. He's never had a family and that she has abandoned her family to be with him. I think he started to clearly recognize how much she means to him and kind of acknowledging how much she gave up for him. And he's starting to hopefully mature a little bit in that way rather than be egotistical.